Hi everyone, I'm Bubbles from Susan's family. Today I'm bringing you a new piece, the Floricraft cape from Secret Garden series. This cape consists of the main part, the hat and the drawstrings. First, work on the main part, then crochet the hat after it's complete. Finally, make the drawstrings. Let's start learning how to crochet the main part. It's made up of motifs, sleeves and edging. First, crochet the motifs. They are divided into motif 1, motif 2, and motif 3. Except for the first motif. All other motifs need to be joined with previous motifs when working the last round. The crochet sequence of motifs can be referenced in the pattern chart. You can also crochet according to your own preference. Once all motifs are completed, they should match the shape shown in the chart. Let's start with the first motif, which is motif 1. Use the magic ring technique to begin. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise along the starting chain. The stitches used include chain, double crochet, slip stitch, and DC3 tog, double crochet increase and half double crochet. Now, let's show. For convenience of watching, I'll use cotton yarn for this demonstration. For specific yarn, color scheme and hook size, please refer to the detail page of our product and paper instructions. Start with a double magic ring. Next, work on the first round. Make 3 chains as the turning chain for the double crochet. That is, 3 chains count as 1 double crochet. Then, work 2 double crochets into the starting loop. Three chains. Continue working 3 double crochets into the starting loop. Three chains. Next, repeat 3 double crochets and 3 chains twice. After completing, tighten the loops. Gently pull the starting tail. There is a moving loop. Tighten this moving loop. Finally, tighten the tail. The loop is secured. Join with a slip stitch to the third chain of the beginning chain. Above the 2 strands, make 1 slip stitch. Note, not to pull too tight. This completes the first round. The side with the yarn tail is the wrong side. The other side is the right side. When crocheting later, always keep the right side facing you. Now let's crochet round 2. Work 2 chains as beginning chain. Then work an incomplete double crochet in each of the next 2 double crochets. Then work an incomplete double crochet in each of the adjacent 2 double crochets. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. Consider the completed stitch as a special DC3 together. Then work 4 chains. Then work a single crochet in the adjacent chain space. Then work 4 chains. Then work a DC3 together. First work an incomplete double crochet in each of the adjacent 3 stitches. Then work an incomplete double crochet in each of the adjacent 3 stitches. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. This completes 1 DC3 together. Then work 4 chains. From the single crochet to these 4 chain positions, consider it as one group. Next, work this round completely following this group pattern. After completing the last group, work 1 more single crochet, 4 chains, to complete the starting group. Finally, join with a slip stitch to the special DC3 together at the beginning. This completes round 2. Next, work round 3. Make 3 chains to start. Then work 4 double crochets in each of the next 2 chain spaces. Treat the 8 completed double crochets as one side. Next, work 2 double crochets in the adjacent stitch. Chain 3 between them. Treat the 2 double crochets and 3 chains worked in this stitch as a corner for this round. Next, continue working sides and corners to complete this round. After completing the last side, work 1 double crochet at the beginning position, 1 chain. Then make a half double crochet to join. This completes round 3. Now let's crochet round 4. Start with 3 chains as beginning chain, then work 1 double crochet in the turning chain of the previous round. Work 1 double crochet in the turning chain stitch, which is the same insertion point as the previous half double crochet join. Then work double crochets into each stitch of the previous round correspondingly. After completing it, take a look. Consider it as one side of this round. Next, work 2 double crochets into the chain space at the corner. Chain 3 between them. Consider the stitches crocheted in this chain space as one corner of this round. Next, continue following the method for sides and corners. Work this round completely. Finally, at the beginning position, work one more double crochet, one chain stitch, then make a half double crochet to join. Complete the starting corner. This completes the 4th round. Next, crochet the 5th round. Make 3 chains to start. Then work one more double crochet into the last chain space of the previous round. Then work one chain stitch. Next, work one double crochet increase on the second double crochet of the previous round, which means work 2 double crochets in the same stitch. After completing, work one more chain stitch, then skip one stitch and work one double crochet increase. After completing, work one more chain stitch. Continue crocheting double crochet increases along this side of the previous round, with one chain stitch between each, and skip one stitch underneath. Work this side position completely. After completing, work one more chain stitch. Consider the chain from the beginning to this chain stitch position as one side of this round. Next, work 2 double crochets in the corner chain space. Three chain stitches and 2 double crochets. Treat the crocheted stitches in this chain space as one corner of this round. Next, continue following the method for sides and corners. Work this round completely. Note that one side begins with skipping 2 stitches. After completing, the 5th round is done. Since the next round requires changing colors, secure the yarn tail here. Don't cut the yarn. Enlarge the loop. Then thread the working yarn ball or fabric through the loop. Pull tight. Leave the yarn tail unsecured for now. Next, work the 6th round. Take the corresponding color yarn. First, join the yarn in the last chain space of the previous round. Work 3 chains as beginning chain. Continue to work 1 double crochet in this chain space. When crocheting here, you can incorporate the yarn tail from the previous round. Next, work 1 chain. Then work 2 double crochets in the chain space along the edge of the previous round. Work 1 chain between them. After completing, work one more chain. Similarly, secure the beginning chain to this chain position. Consider it as one side. Next, work 2 double crochets in the corner chain space. Three chains and 2 double crochets. The crocheted stitches in this chain space. Consider it as one corner. Next, continue following the side and corner method. Work this round completely. The 6th round completed. The remaining yarn will no longer be used. Chain 1 to secure. Leave a little yarn tail and cut. Hide the yarn tail on the wrong side. Next, work the 7th round. Continue from the yarn tail of the 5th round. Draw the loop through the chain space of the previous round. Make 3 chains to start. Work 1 double crochet in the chain space below. Then work 1 chain. This round's crocheting method is identical to the 6th round. Continue to complete this round. Note: work 3 chains at the end. Then join with a slip stitch to the beginning chain. Tighten this slip stitch. Finally, leave a yarn tail, cut, and weave in the ends. This completes the 7th round. It's done. The first motif is completed. Next, learn to crochet the second motif, also known as motif 2, also using the adjustable magic ring method. Crocheting in rounds counterclockwise along the foundation chain. New stitches used include single crochet, treble crochet, chain 3 picket, DC3 together in 1. Now, let's show. First, cast on an adjustable magic ring. Then crochet the first round. Make 1 beginning chain, then work 8 single crochets into the ring. After completing, tighten the ring. Finally, join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. Pull tight. This completes the first round. Now crochet the second round. First, work 6 chain stitches. Then make 1 slip stitch in the first stitch of the previous round, which is the same insertion point as the previous slip stitch. Then make 1 slip stitch in the adjacent stitch. Next, work 6 chain stitches. Continue to make one slip stitch in the same stitch. Then proceed by working 2 slip stitches in each stitch. With 6 chain stitches between them, work this round completely. After completing, into the space of the beginning, make one more slip stitch. This completes round 2. Next, work round 3. Make one beginning chain. Then into the first chain space of the previous round. Work 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, then work 1 treble crochet, yarn over the hook twice, insert the hook, pull the yarn through, yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Repeat 3 times. This completes 1 treble crochet, then work a CH3 picket. First work 3 chains. Pick up the front strand and the strand below. Make 1 slip stitch. Pull tight. This completes the CH3 picket, hereafter referred to as picket. Continue with 1 double crochet in this chain space. 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet. This round is worked in the chain spaces of the previous round. Crochet the corresponding stitch patterns. A picket needs to be worked on the treble crochet. Work this round completely. After finishing, join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. Pull tight. Leave a yarn tail, fasten off, and weave in ends. This completes round 3. Next, crochet round 4. Take the corresponding color yarn. Join yarn in any picket chain space from the previous round. Then work 3 chains as beginning chain. Continue with 2 incomplete double crochets in this chain space. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. Treat the completed stitch as a special DC3 bobble. Then work 1 chain. Continue in this picket chain space. Work 1 DC3 bobble. First work 3 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over and draw through all loops in once. This completes 1 DC3 bobble, hereafter referred to as bobble. Then work 3 chains. Then work 1 single crochet in the adjacent picket chain space. Then work 3 chains. Consider the single crochet and the chains on both sides as one side of this round. Next, in the adjacent picket chain space, work 3 bobbles. Work 1 chain between them. treat the crocheted stitches on this bicket as a corner. Next, continue using the side and corner method to complete this round. After completing the last side, fill in the starting corner. Work one bobble at the beginning position. After completing, work one chain, then slip stitch into the special starting bobble. Pull tight. This completes the fourth round. Leave a yarn tail, fasten off, and weave in ends. Continue crocheting the fifth round. Take the corresponding color yarn. Join yarn at the same position as the slip stitch in the previous round. Make 3 chains as beginning chain. Continue working 1 double crochet here. Work 1 chain. Then work 2 double crochets in the next base chain space. One chain. Continue in the next 3 chain spaces. Crochet according to the same method. Work 1 chain. After completing, treat the crocheted stitches in these 4 chain spaces as one side of this round. Next, work 2 double crochets on the middle puff stitch, 2 double crochets. Three chains and 2 double crochets. Treat the stitches worked in this stitch as a corner. Continue following the method for sides and corners. Work this round completely. After finishing the last side, at the beginning position, work 2 double crochets. One chain. Then make a half double crochet to join. This completes round 5. The following crocheting is almost identical to motif 1. Refer to the chart. Work all rounds before the final round. When completed, work round 8. When crocheting this round, one side and 2 corners need to be joined with the previous motif. Refer to the chart. Connect at the corresponding sides and corners. You can also connect at any one side and 2 corners. First, work up to the corner position, where joining is needed. Then work the corner and join. First work 2 double crochets in the chain space. Then make 1 chain. Then join while making the second chain stitch. First stretch the loop, remove the hook. Take the adjacent motif. At the corresponding corners chain space. Insert the hook from the right side to the wrong side. Draw the loop through. Make 1 chain. This completes one connection with the previous motif. Let's take a look. When joining at the chain stitch position, it's always before the chain stitch. First draw the loop through the corresponding chain space of the previous motif. Then complete this chain stitch. Continue to finish this corner. After finishing, work the edges and join. First make 1 chain, then work 2 double crochets in the next base chain space. Note, when making the first double crochet, need to join. Before crocheting, stretch the loop, remove the hook, draw the loop through the corresponding double crochet of the previous motif. Then finish this double crochet. When encountering double crochet positions later, connect using this method. Continue by working 1 more double crochet in this chain space. Next finish this edge. As you crochet, the first double crochet worked in the chain space is used for joining. After finishing, then crochet the corner and join. After completing, continue to finish this motif. When crocheting later, no need to join. Finally join with a slip stitch. Tighten. Leave a yarn tail, fasten off, and weave in ends. This completes round 8. The second motif is also completed. The motif 2 is also completed. Next, continue with this method. Finish and join all remaining motif 1 and motif 2. For the following edges and corner positions, join normally. When joining later, you'll encounter situations where 3 motifs and 4 motifs connect at corners. I'll explain these separately. When connecting at a corner with 3 motifs, draw the yarn through the chain space of the adjacent motif or any motif at the corner. Then finish the remaining part. When connecting 4 corners, you can also join through the chain space of previously connected motifs, or through any chain space, as long as there are no visible holes after finishing. Next, continue to crochet and join this motif. When connecting motif 1 and motif 2, all possible situations have been covered. Now refer to the chart and finish all remaining motif 1 and motif 2. Now crochet the last motif, which is motif 3. As you can see, this motif is roughly half of motif 1. Using the foundation chain method, work back and forth along the starting chain. Now let's show. First, make a double magic ring. Work 3 chains as beginning chain. Then work 2 double crochets in the ring. After completing, work 3 chains. Continue to work 3 double crochets in the ring. Then work 3 chains. Work 3 more double crochets in the ring. Tighten the ring. This completes row 1. Now crochet row 2. Work 2 chains as beginning chain. When working back and forth, turn the work with the wrong side facing you. The 2 beginning chains correspond to the last stitch of the previous row. Then in the next 2 stitches, work 1 incomplete double crochet in each. Note, after turning, the stitches are positioned at the top left. After completing, yarn over and pull through all loops at once. Then work 4 chains. Work 1 single crochet in the adjacent chain space. Work 4 more chains. Then work 1 DC3 together. Work 4 more chains. Work 1 single crochet in the adjacent chain space. 4 chains. Finally work 1 DC3 together. The last stitch is worked into the turning chain of the previous row. This completes the second row. Next, work row 3. Make 3 chains as beginning chain. Turn the work. Work 3 chain spaces. Work 1 double crochet in the last stitch of the previous row. The following crocheting is almost identical to motif 1. Complete this row. This completes the third row. Now continue to follow the chart. Finish all rows before the last one. The subsequent crocheting method is also almost identical to motif 1. Just work back and forth for all rows here. After making the turning chain for each row, you need to turn the work before crocheting, and after completing the 5th row, leave a yarn tail, fasten off and weave in ends. Then for the 6th row, join a new yarn to continue crocheting. Now complete the rest on your own. Next, crochet the 7th row. When working this row, the edges and corners need to be joined with previous motifs respectively. Join the yarn in the last chain space of the previous row. Make 3 chains as beginning chain. Work 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Then work 3 chains. Note, when working the 2nd stitch, join. The method is the same as before. Draw the loop through the corresponding chain space. Continue to finish this corner. After completing it, proceed to finish the remaining edges and corners, and join with the previous motifs. After completing, leave a yarn tail, fasten off and weave in ends. This completes row 7. Motif 3 is now finished, and the last motif is also completed. All motifs have been covered. Next we'll learn how to crochet the sleeves. There are 2 identical ones, both crocheted in rounds along the corresponding motifs. The new stitch technique used is double crochet decrease. Now, let's show. Here I'll demonstrate using a swatch. Attach yarn in the corresponding motif chain space. Work 3 chains as beginning chain. Then crochet 1 chain space. Next work 2 double crochets in the adjacent chain space. One chain. Continue with 2 double crochets in the next chain space. 1 chain. Now we reach the chain space at the corners of 2 motifs. Work 2 double crochets in each space, with 1 chain between them. Once completed, continue crocheting along the corresponding motif. Note, adjacent motifs are only crocheted in specific sections. Work this round completely. Finally work 1 double crochet at the beginning position. Then join with a slip stitch to the beginning chain. Pull tight. This completes the first round. Now let's crochet the second round. First, make a slip stitch transition in the adjacent chain space. Then work 2 chains as beginning chain. Next, work 1 double crochet in the adjacent chain space. Consider the beginning chain and double crochet as one special DC2 tog. Then work 1 chain. Then work a double crochet decrease. First, in the same insertion point as the previous double crochet, work an incomplete double crochet. Then work another incomplete double crochet in the adjacent chain space. Then yarn over and draw through all loops in once. This completes 1 double crochet decrease. Work 1 chain. Then work a double crochet decrease. First, in the same insertion point as the second incomplete stitch of the previous DC2 tog, work an incomplete double crochet. Next, work another incomplete double crochet in the adjacent chain space. Then yarn over and draw through all loops in once. Another double crochet decrease is completed. Let's take a look. This round consists of double crochet decreases, with 1 chain between them. Note that the first incomplete stitch of the double crochet decrease is worked in the same insertion point as the second incomplete stitch of the previous double crochet decrease. Next, repeat this process to complete this round. The second incomplete stitch of the last double crochet decrease, work into the space of the beginning. After completing, work 1 chain, then join with a slip stitch to the special double crochet decrease at the beginning. Pull tight. This completes round 2. Now let's work on round 3. Working 2 chains as beginning chain. The beginning chain corresponds to the last chain space of the previous round. Then work 1 double crochet into the adjacent chain space. Followed by 1 chain. Then work a double crochet decrease. Pay attention to the insertion point. Next, continue to work this round completely. Once completed, round 3 is done. Next, refer to the pattern all the way down to round 11. The crocheting method is almost identical to round 3. Work it accordingly. After finishing, leave a yarn tail, fasten off and weave in ends. Once completed, work on round 12. Join the yarn on the last double crochet decrease of the previous round. Then make 3 chains to start. Next, skip 1 chain. In the adjacent chain space, work a 4 DC popcorn. First, work 4 double crochets. Then remove the hook. Draw the loop through the first double crochet. Push the completed part forward. Then work a chain stitch to secure. This completes 1 4 DC popcorn stitch. We'll simply call it popcorn stitch from now on. Next, work 3 chains. Continue working 1 popcorn stitch in this same chain space. Then work 3 chains. Next skip 2 double crochet decreases. Work 1 single crochet in the adjacent stitch. Then work 3 chains. After completing, skip 2 chains. Work 2 popcorn stitches in the adjacent chain space. Work 3 chains between them. Continue following this method. Refer to the chart. Work this round completely. Once completed, make 1 slip stitch into the space of the beginning. Gently tighten. Leave a yarn tail and fasten off weave-in ends. This completes round 12. Next, crochet round 13. Join yarn in the same stitch as the previous round. Work 4 chains. Then work 2 popcorn stitches into the chain space between popcorns. Work 2 popcorn stitches. Work 3 chains between them. Once completed, work 4 chains. Then work 1 single crochet into the single crochet. Work 4 chains. Let's take a look. This round is worked into the chain space between popcorns of the previous round. Work 2 popcorn stitches. Work 3 chains between them. Work single crochets into the single crochets. Work 4 chains on both sides. Continue working this round completely. Finally, join with a slip stitch in the same stitch as the joining. Make 1 slip stitch. This completes round 13. Leave a yarn tail, fasten off, and weave in ends. Now let's work round 14. First, join yarn in the same stitch as the previous round's joining. Make 1 beginning chain. Then work into the first chain space of the previous round. Work 1 single crochet. 2 half double crochets. 3 double crochets. 2 half double crochets and 1 single crochet. After completing, work the same stitch pattern into the chain space between adjacent popcorns. Work the same stitch pattern. After completing, continue working the same stitch pattern into adjacent chain spaces. After completing, work one front post double crochet on the single crochet of the round before last. The crochet hook is on the right side. Pick up this single crochet from right to left. Then finish it as a single crochet. Note: slightly pull up the yarn loop higher. This is the technique for front post double crochet. Next, continue working the corresponding stitch pattern into the chain spaces of the previous round. Work front post double crochet on the single crochet of the round before last. Work this round completely. After completing, make one slip stitch at the joining yarn position. Leave a yarn tail and fasten off weave-in ends. This completes round 14. One sleeve is now finished. Next, refer to the chart. Work the other sleeve on the corresponding motif. Start by working into the chain spaces of the motif section. Then work on the adjacent motif along one side and two corners. Finally, continue working into the chain spaces of the adjacent motif section. The method is almost identical to the sleeve crocheting method just completed. Now, refer to the chart. Work the other sleeve as well. That concludes the sleeves section. Next, crochet the edging. Divide it into neckline edging and hem edging. First, work the neckline edging along the motif at the neckline position. Now, let's show. Take the connected motifs. With motif 3 facing the wrong side. This side facing you. On the motif. Edge stitch of the last row. Pick up the side seam stitch to join yarn. Make one beginning chain. Continue working 2 single crochets here. Next, continue crocheting along the side seam of motif 3. When encountering a beginning chain, pick up the entire beginning chain, and work 2 single crochets. Continue crocheting. After completing, reach the starting point, insert into the starting chain space, and make a single crochet. Finish crocheting motif 3. When encountering a cluster, pick up the incomplete stitch and crochet. After finishing, crochet along the adjacent 2 motif ones. Pick up the stitch and chain space for single crochets. When encountering a beginning chain, pick up the beginning chain and crochet, skip the joining position of motifs. After finishing, at the chain spaces of these 3 motif corners, make an incomplete single crochet in each, an incomplete double crochet, then an incomplete single crochet in the adjacent motif corner chain space. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. Treat this stitch as a cluster pattern. Continue crocheting along the adjacent 2 motif ones. After finishing, join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. Pull tight. Leave a yarn tail, fasten off, and weave in ends. This completes the neckline edging. Next, crochet the hem edging. Crochet in rounds along the hem motifs. Now, let's sew. Here I'll continue demonstrating with a swatch. Position the right side of the piece facing you, starting from any sleeve. At the motif where the first round began, join yarn in the corresponding chain space. Make 3 chains to start. Work 3 double crochets here. Then draw the loops through the starting chain. Work 1 chain to secure. Consider the completed stitch as a special popcorn stitch. Work 3 chains. Continue working 1 popcorn stitch in this same chain space. After completing, work 3 chains. Then skip 1 chain space. Work 1 single crochet in the adjacent chain space. Work 3 chains. Then skip 1 chain space in the adjacent chain space, which is the starting chain space of the first round of the sleeve. Work 2 popcorn stitches. Separate them with 3 chains. After completing, work 3 chains. Then in the first round of the sleeve, work 1 single crochet in the middle position of the first row. Work 3 chains. Next, work in the adjacent chain space. This is the first row of the sleeve. At the last insertion position, work 2 popcorn stitches separated by 3 chains. Then work 3 chains. Continue crocheting along the remaining chain spaces of this motif. After completing, work 3 chains. When reaching between 2 motifs, pick up 1-2 threads at the connection point. Or work 1 single crochet in any chain space. Then work 3 chains. Let's take a look. The hem edging is crocheted around the outer edge of the hem motif. When reaching between 2 motifs, pick any chain space. Or work 1 single crochet in 1-2 threads. At the sleeve position motif. Crochet in the corresponding chain space. For the first row of the sleeve, roughly work 1 single crochet in the middle. When reaching the corner chain space, work 2 popcorn stitches here, separated by 3 chains. Continue to work this round completely. After completing, join with a slip stitch to the special popcorn stitch at the beginning. Pull tight. Leave a yarn tail, fasten off, and weave in ends. This completes the first round. The next 2 rounds and sleeves are worked using the same method. Now follow the crochet method you've learned earlier. Complete the remaining 2 rounds. Note: change colors while crocheting. The hem edging is now complete. The edging is also finished. At this point, the main part is completed. Next, let's learn how to crochet the hat. It consists of the main part and the edging. The main part is made up of 2 motif 1s. Three motif 2s, and 1 motif 4. You can first refer to the joining diagram, crochet motif 1 and motif 2 first, then join them together. Note: when crocheting the first to third motifs, you also need to join them with the single crochets on the edging of the corresponding neckline motif. The top 2 motifs. These 2 corresponding sides also need to be connected. The connection method is the same. Once motif 1 and motif 2 are completed, then crochet motif 4. This motif is almost identical to motif 1, except this motif only has 3 sides. Refer to the chart for crocheting. During the final round, connect with the 3 motif 2s. When encountering previous connection points, you can also insert into any chain space to crochet. Now complete it on your own. Once the main part of the hat is completed, crochet the edging, crochet around the outer edge. Now, let's start with the first round. At the corresponding motif, join yarn on the second single crochet to the right of the central cluster pattern for the neckline edging. Work 3 chains as beginning chain. Then work a double crochet decrease. First, make an incomplete double crochet at the same stitch where you joined the yarn. Then on the second single crochet to the left of the cluster pattern, make another incomplete double crochet. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. That completes the double crochet decrease. Work another double crochet in the same stitch. Next, continue along the single crochets on this motif. Work double crochet increases, with 1 chain space between them, and skip 2 stitches underneath. Complete this motif position. Finally, skip 3 stitches. Then continue crocheting along the adjacent hat motif. Work 2 double crochets in the corner chain space. One chain. Then continue crocheting along this edge of the hat. When completed, reach the chain space at the corner of 2 motifs. Work 1 double crochet in each chain space. Then continue crocheting along the adjacent motif. After finishing, reach the connection point of the motifs. In the corner chain spaces of the 2 adjacent motifs, work 1 double crochet in each. Next, continue crocheting along the 2 adjacent motifs. Note: crochet the corner chain spaces according to the chart. After finishing, continue crocheting single crochets along the neckline motif. When completed, join with a slip stitch to the beginning chain. Pull tight. This completes the first round. Now let's crochet the second round. First, work a special double crochet decrease, that is, chain 2 as beginning chain, then work 1 double crochet in the next base chain space. Continue working another double crochet in the same chain space. Then chain 1. Next, work 2 double crochets in the chain space of the previous round. Chain space between them. Work this round completely. When completed, work 1 more double crochet in the last chain space. Then join with a slip stitch to the special double crochet decrease. Pull tight. This completes the second round. Next, refer to the pattern chart. Finish the remaining rounds. Round 3 crocheting method is almost identical to round 2. Rounds 4-6 crocheting method is basically the same as the last few rounds of the sleeves. Now work them completely. This completes the hat edging. The hat is finished. Finally, make the drawstring. Crochet the corresponding number of chain stitches. Specific stitch count can be referenced from the pattern chart, or crochet according to your desired length. Leave about 20 cm yarn tails before and after crocheting. Work the chain stitches completely by yourself. After finishing, make the pom-pom. Use the same color yarn as the chain stitches. The finished pom-pom diameter is approximately 7 cm. The size of the pom-pom can also be made according to your preference. If you have a pom-pom maker, you can use it to make the pom-pom. If you don't have a pom-pom maker, you can also use cardboard or your preferred method to make a pom-pom of the corresponding size. Below are the methods for making pom-poms using a pom-pom maker and cardboard. Method for making pom-poms using a pom-pom maker. Common pom-pom makers usually come in 4 4 sizes. Different sizes produce pom-poms of different sizes. The finished pom-pom diameters are 3-5 cm, 5-5 cm, 7 cm, and 9 cm. Choose the appropriate size pom-pom maker, based on the desired pom-pom diameter. A set of pom-pom maker consists of 2 halves. Open all the buckles on top. Align the dots with the circles here. Divide into 2 arcs. Take the yarn. Wrap the yarn evenly around the arcs. Try to wrap it as evenly as possible. Wrap one side of the arc until it's mostly full, or wrap to the desired number of rounds. After completing one side, change direction and wrap the other side. Wrap this side completely as well. Once wrapping is done, fold in half. Fasten the buckles here. Cut the yarn tails. Through the gap in the middle of the pom-pom maker, cut the yarn. Do the same on the other side. Next, cut a piece of yarn, about 30 cm in length. Tie a knot through the gap in the middle of the pom-pom maker to secure it. Pull the yarn tails tight. Tie another knot on the opposite side. Make several knots to secure it firmly. Then release the pom-pom maker. Fluff it up. Trim it with scissors to make it rounder. This is what the pom-pom looks like when completed. How to make a pom-pom using cardboard. Prepare a cardboard strip that's 1 cm wider than the desired pom-pom diameter. That means, if the desired pom-pom diameter is 4 cm, then the cardboard width should be 5 cm. Cut a slit in the middle. Then wrap the yarn around the cardboard. Different rounds result in different firmness of the pom-pom. You can adjust based on actual needs and remaining yarn. Cut the yarn after wrapping is done. Then take a piece of sturdy same color yarn. Wrap all the loops with it. Tie a knot. Thread to the other side and tie another knot. Tie 2 more knots to secure. Then remove the loops from the cardboard. Cut the loops on both ends. After fluffing up, trim it into a ball shape with scissors. This is the method for making a pom-pom using cardboard. Next, thread the chain stitch loop into the main part. Let's take a look at the finished product. Starting from the third round of the hat edging, insert into the second chain space. Then skip 2 groups of double crochets and draw through. Then skip 2 groups of double crochets and insert again. Then insert, and draw through along the position where the hat connects to the main part. Here, insert and draw through approximately every 2 groups of double crochets. You can adjust according to actual conditions. After threading along the position where the hat connects to the main part, then insert, and draw through symmetrically along the edging. Once threaded, sew the pom-pom using the reserved yarn tail from the chain stitch loop. Next, I'll demonstrate the sewing method. I'll use a small demonstration here. Thread the reserved yarn tail into the yarn needle. Then sew several stitches inside the pom-pom to secure it. Pay attention to pick up the yarn that secures the pom-pom. Weave through the pom-pom several times. This way, one pom-pom is sewn on. Next, everyone follow the same method to sew the other pom-pom in place. That concludes the instructions for the ties. Up to this point, this cape is completely covered. If you have unclear parts while crocheting, don't hesitate to join our Facebook group to get supports. Susan's family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.